Hello student, today we will discuss a new lesson. What are the reasons for extinction of some animals? Due to presence of animals that attack them, volcanic eruption, they didn't find water, food, climate change. Finally, we conclude that all living organisms that can't adapt with environmental conditions will extinct. Okay. Why all living organisms can't be found in the same place? For example, we can't see camels in cold places or polar bear in desert. Living organisms will diverse in order to cope with environmental conditions. So, my lesson today is adaptations and diversity of the living organism. Now you show two images, camel's food and horse food. Can you describe the difference between them? Camel's food ends by thick and flat path to become able to walk in desert without sinking. Horse food ends by strong and solid hoof to become able to run in rocky soil. So, anyone can define adaptation? Adaptation is a modification of living organisms' behavior or structure of body or even by biological function to become able to cope with environmental conditions. From the definition of adaptation, anyone can recognize the types of adaptation. Types of adaptation are functional adaptation, structural adaptation or anatomic adaptation, behavioral adaptation. What is meant by structural adaptation? Structural adaptation is a modification in the structure of one body organ in the living organism to cope with the environmental condition. For example, horse hoof and camel's back. Now, can you define behavioral adaptation? Behavioral adaptation is a modification in the activity of some animals at different times in days or years. For example, birds' migration at certain time on years and activity of birds in daylight and bats at night. Okay, what is meant by functional adaptation? Functional adaptation is a modification of some tissue and organs to become able to perform a specific function. For example, secretion of sweat by human in case of high temperature and secretion of poison by snakes. Now, can you find the reasons of adaptation of animals and plants? Reasons of adaptation in animals: to get food, to escape from enemies, and to move in the environment like mammals. Adaptation in plants. Most forms of adaptation in plant aims to adjustment the environmental condition. Today we talk about adaptation. Define adaptation, modification of living organism to cope with the environmental condition, and types of adaptation, structural, functional, and behavior. Reasons of adaptation in plant and animal. Now my student, can you answer this question? First, give one example for functional adaptation. Secretion is sweet by human, right? Second question, give reasons for adaptation of animals. To get food, to escape from enemies, to move in the environment like mammals. Homework today is collect different pictures of types of adaptation. Search for forms of adaptation of plant. Thank you, my student. Bye.